She's got a point, she's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment.
Hey ladies, or whoever's here, welcome to Chinatown, where we only serve breadcrumbs, no meals. I just renamed myself the fuck nigga whisperer. I'm just gonna call out they shit as often as I can. So, we got an alliance, ladies, the fuck nigga whisperer. I'm gonna keep whispering to y'all and keep pointing shit out. Even when they don't want it pointed out, I'm still gonna call it out. But yes, this is a place where we only serve breadcrumbs, no meals, dinners, and not for no kings, and none of that stuff going on over here until people learn how to act accordingly. Get ready for October 18th so I can really get into the gist with y'all. I do want to touch on Breadcrumbs Only No Meals, Book 1 and Book 2. And let me just tell you the purpose of me making Book 2. I had a few women that have either emailed me, inboxed me, or have commented on the videos. They need to know how to apply breadcrumbs to their current situations, whether it's their baby daddies they still messing with, whether they're married, whether they in live-in boyfriend situations. They're trying to figure out how can they pull these men back to them. But especially those people who are married, the reason why is kind of hard for them to get the results they're looking for in their marriage because they've already settled into that role of being a good woman. And I told y'all, good women are accepting, they're doting, they love apologies, they accept those apologies, but behaviors only change about a week or two. And then they go back to normal, you know what I'm saying? And then these ladies are back in the place they started because the change was not meant to be permanent. It was only meant to be able to catch their attention for that time. So Book 1 of Breadcrumbs Only No Meals is strictly for us single ladies that's still getting out there to mingle. You like to be accommodated. You like all of the things. They don't. They definitely listen, sweet. They definitely don't change. They will do it temporarily as long as it is breadcrumbing you. Let me tell you what they're doing. The reason why they change it temporary is because they're now breadcrumbing you. Because as long as they keep treating you like a bird and you keep eating their crumbs, the change is never going to be permanent. Permanent change comes when you stop being who he expects you to be and be what you're supposed to be, who you should have never walked away from. So again, Book 1 is definitely for the single ladies that are mingling, like me, that want to get out, they want to be accommodated, want to have fun, whether it's for a night, whether it's for a weekend. We're not really trying to have no permanency in this person's life. This person is not coming into our life to make any permanent structure and thing like that. We're beyond that. You know, we're beyond trying to prove ourselves and be performative. Good women are still performing. That's why they always get ran over. There's never a best actress and never a best supporting actress. Good women are just performing. That's what they do. The rest of us, we don't go with the flow. We just not performing anymore. Clown hat, put up, clown suit, retired. It is what it is, because I told you I'm going to be your heartbreak, your heartache, your stress factor. I'm running your blood pressure because that's just what it is. What does performing look like, though? Performing looks like doing everything that they think a good woman is supposed to do. And that's okay, because a lot of y'all were taught by women who thought that they were good women. Your mothers, your grandmothers. Every woman thinks she's a good woman, but she doesn't know she's teaching her daughter to accept things that she should not be accepting and to stay in the performance, because if you do this, he's going to leave. If you act like this, he's going to leave. So yes, you all are performing to keep this man around. I'm never going to ask a man to change who doesn't want to do it himself. A lot of people think that who hurt you, hurt you. I wasn't hurt. I got clarity. Hurt would be if I hate my ex-husband. That would hurt, okay? I don't hate him. We still cool. We still friends. We're no longer serving one another. And that's okay, because I don't have to make people the enemy. It's no reason for me to make you the enemy. I told you I loved you at one point. So there is no hurt here. All of that's over, healed, done with. Book 1, again, is for the single ladies that are tired of performing, that are tired of getting ran over. They just want to go out there, get what they can get, have a little fun, and then get back to their life and their home, and that's it. Book 2, though. Book 2 is going to be for those women that are wives, the girlfriends, the ones who are caught up in the fuck friendships. I keep telling y'all do not need to be in friends with benefit situations. But if you are, I'm going to help you be able to reel that shit back in, because you already gave out the whole loaf. That's what Book 2 is for the women who already gave out the whole loaf and they consistently was feeding that man. Now they got to pull back on some of that. They got to pull back on that loaf and say, hey, here, take these crumbs, sir, and get full. And if you never do, then oh well, because I got your attention. So that's the difference between book 1 and book 2. Book 2 will be out before we have our first live on October 18th because it all ties together, okay? I just want to shake it up a little bit. There are different tests that you're going to do and perform. You see, perform. You're going to do, because this is where we need to be performative, okay? There are different tests in book 2 versus the different tests in book 1. Again, because single women versus women who are already attached, okay? You got to know how to keep these men attention, keep being their stress, keep making their blood boil. Hopefully they don't boil over. But that's the whole purpose, because men love mystery. And a woman who they married, the live-in girlfriend, the situation they've been dealing with, that friends with benefits, all of the baby mama, there is no longer any mystery to her. He's already figured her out. He's been around her long enough to learn her. That's why he moves how he moves, and he's able to get away with things. Once you get with a man that has learned you, everything that you thought was going to work is not going to work, because he's learned you. So now you got to shake up the room. You got to go outside of the box. He know who you are in your performative stance, but he forgot who you was when he was trying to get your attention. Remember that lady? Remember when you was giving him hell, or maybe you wasn't taking all his phone calls, or maybe you just all of that? Something made him marry you, sis. It wasn't love. Let me just tell you that, because men don't marry for love. Y'all saw the white man in this video tell y'all that only women go try to marry the love of their life. Men marry when they get to that point when they say, hey, I'm tired of doing this by myself. I need structure. I need a woman to come in. Those are the men that are looking for wives, because they know you finna come in and perform. But they're not ready to be a husband. They just want you to come in and do what it is they feel like a wife should do. The men that want to be husbands, they know that they're going to be the ones performing. And you're going to always shake up the room and keep them on their toes. Because the moment you fall back and let them get too comfortable, shit changes immediately. Somebody said women should marry for money and resources. Literally, that's it. It's the protection and provision. But somewhere in the line, this love thing, this fell in love, y'all saw the fairy tales of Cinderella and the glass shoe was left behind and he came to get her. That shit ain't real life, sis. That's not real life. They not coming to save us. I need y'all to understand that. The Beauty and the Beast, even the most unattractive ones still ain't coming to save you, sis. Listen, leave that shit for the cartoons, and don't even let your daughters watch it. Don't even let your sons watch it. It's not real, okay? It's not real. And because they fed that to us when we was younger, because you see so many Disney narratives behind that, there you go thinking that you finna be waiting on your knight in shining armor. Where he at? Where he at, sis? Is he about to walk through that door? Is he about to walk through the front? Where is the knight? He doesn't exist. You better save yourself, and you better shake up the room while you're doing it, because mystery wins. Mystery wins. The more complicated he can't figure out, the more you keep him on his toes. Does that mean he's gonna love you? Nah, but he gonna be too afraid to lose you too. Because if you remain a mystery to him, that means you definitely a mystery to them other niggas. So he know you definitely got them routed up. But if you're so open and so forgiving and so compromising, men don't change. Let me tell you something about that. When you tell them, baby, I don't like. Nobody cares about your dislikes, sis. Those are your dislikes. That doesn't mean anything. That's what you don't like. That doesn't mean that just because you don't like it, he's going to stop doing it. Now, if he's willing to compromise, let me give you an example. You say, babe, I don't like that you always hang out with your boys every weekend and you never spend time with me. He doesn't care what you like. His routine is his homeboys. So he doesn't care what you like. But if he says, I hear what you're saying, baby. So how about this? How about I don't hang out with them on Fridays and Sundays? I just go hang out with them on Saturdays. See how he's willing to compromise? Because he's really trying to make sure that you don't go missing. Because if you don't take that as a hint of a nigga hanging out with his homeboys every weekend and you still in the house waiting for him to come home with cooked meals and you ain't went out that door, sis, that shit on you. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's it on you. So a man may compromise just a little bit if he's really trying to get somewhere with you, but most men don't. The change, they're going to think you're trying to make them somebody else. And that's what men are not trying to do. You can ask them to tweak. You can ask them to compromise. You can ask them to shift. But do not say change. The C word takes their attention completely away, because now they thinking you trying to make them be a whole nother man, and they don't want to change who they are, but they will compromise some portions of that to keep you happy. If he's really into you, if he's scared to lose you. The man that's not scared to lose you is not going to do any of that. He doesn't care, because guess what? He knows behind you is about 10 more females that accept him as is, and it always is, sis. You're not lying. Women change too much for men. They don't do it for us. You're so right. They never do. We will change our whole life. Stop going out. We will stop talking to our homegirls. We'll cut off some of our family. If a man say he don't even want us working, he want us in the house to take care of the home, we think that's golden. And don't realize that taking care of that home, that shit is way more work than me actually going to somebody to clock in. You want me to do all this cooking, cleaning, all this stuff? One red flag will become a liability over time, and liabilities cost too much. But for a lot of other men, he says, I'm trying to little boy him. See, that's what I'm talking about. Only because you want him to change. Sis, sweet key, is that what it's sweet? Just tell him, see if he's willing to compromise so he doesn't feel like you're trying to little boy him. The word compromise, tweak, and shift sounds so much better than you telling him what you don't like and what you want him to change. Men don't operate from that space. They change when they want to change. But it has to be them that recognize the behavior that need to change. If he never sees his behavior as a problem, he's never going to change. But he may tweak it a little bit just to appease to you. Okay? All of this I went through and never date just one, sis. But now you have gotten confused. Men don't care about your dislikes. They never did. But if he's willing to compromise just a little bit, then we might begin somewhere, sis. So that's what Breadcrumbs Only No Meals is. It's helping you go back to the real version of you. Because you are performing. Stop performing. Stop putting on that damn mask and that clown suit, sis. Stop thinking men are going to be faithful. Listen to me, because y'all finna be like, what? I don't want him having sex with nobody else. Men cheat in so many ways. The infidelity goes further than the bedroom, sis. He could be at work talking to his work wife, spraying you to his work wife, wonder why the work wife don't like you when you come up there, she always giving you the eye. You don't know what that man has been telling her. See how he's mentally dragging you down? That's cheating. He could be out in the streets and be going to his baby mama's side bitch house and paying their bills. You think just because you're not sleeping with them, you don't think a man giving somebody else money, household money, is not cheating on you when he not making sure y'all good first? Then it's the emotional cheating. He can go connect with another woman because she has her ears open and listen to everything he says and feel sorry for him. You don't think that's cheating? Because men that cheat emotionally are dangerous, are more of a problem than if they cheat sexually. Because a man go knock down a woman, fuck her today, and never talk to her again. And you'll never find out. Y'all think cheating is only sex. Cheating does not include sex. It includes so many other facets. That's why I need y'all to understand. Stop looking for faithful men. In some type of way, they're going to give parts of themselves to somebody else. You just have to understand that as a woman, you need to make sure that your needs are met first. And don't worry about his needs. Are we getting that? Are we getting that? I think we should cheat back. To be honest, I always tell folks, we can cheat back, but I don't want you cheating back with your body. Remember I told y'all on one of my episodes, your body is not a bargaining tool. You cannot, if you're still leading with your body, then you're already going wrong, sis. Yeah, you can go cheat. Yeah, you can go cheat. Get some money from that other little man over there. Tell him to take you on a trip. Don't give up your body, though. Your body not a bargaining tool, sis. You don't have to give out your body, but if you want to cheat in a conversation, if you want to cheat by, having a friend or whatever you want to call it, but do not give your body. Because any man, listen to me, any man that claims he is a friend is only waiting till your vulnerable moment so he can slide in and smash. Let me say this again, because y'all love to say y'all missed that video too. That's my homeboy. We friends. He is waiting for his moment to slide on in. When you vulnerable to hell, you crying on his shoulders. Oh, he hurt me. That nigga gonna pat your back and try to fuck you all in the same night. Do you hear what I'm saying?